Has Jeffrey Epstein been found alive? Well, there's a very mysterious note in the Epstein files that have many people asking, wait a second, is this dude still living? Was he body swapped? It's this note right here that was an anonymous 4chan post effectively saying, I'm a guard who works in the prison and I watched the day that Jeffrey Epstein died. And what happened was Jeffrey Epstein was wheeled out of his cell inside of a wheelchair. He was chained to that wheelchair, and then he was taken into a transport vehicle, never to be seen again. And this was a prison guard that was anonymous until the Epstein files were released. And now we know this man's name is Roberto, that he was a lieutenant at the jail, that he was somebody who is very high up. And now there's been much speculation to be said about Jeffrey Epstein and the autopsy photos and whether it's actually Jeffrey Epstein. People are saying there's different ears, different noses, and so on. But I'm going to draw your attention to the fact that the person who did the autopsy said straight up, like, there's no way that Jeffrey Epstein could have killed himself in this autopsy, and they doctored the autopsy.
The thyroid cartilage sits at the front of the neck.
I have never seen 3 fractures like this in a suicidal hanging. Sometimes there's a fracture of the hyoid bone or a fracture of the thyroid cartilage.
But not 3.
Very unusual to have 2. And going over 1,000 jail hangings, suicides in the New York City state prisons over the past 40, 50 years, no one had 3 fractures. Most hangings, especially free hangings, the ligature slides up to beneath the jawbone, the mandible. Here it's in the middle of the neck.
Dr. Bodden says a wound straight across the neck is more common when a victim is strangled by a wire.
And then I wanted to also bring your attention to Megyn Kelly, who we really respect on this channel, saying, listen, you don't know anything about Jeffrey Epstein. You'll probably be hearing from Jeffrey Epstein very soon. What does Megyn Kelly know? Here we go.
We're not done with Jeffrey Epstein. I can tell you that for a fact. Can't tell you how I know, but I can tell you for a fact we're going to hear a lot more about Jeffrey Epstein in the coming year, and you may be even hearing from him directly.
So now we know definitively that the autopsy was messed with. Megyn Kelly thinks Jeffrey Epstein is alive. What do you think? There's some really wild theories out there.